Good morning, 6th grade. So it is Monday, and there are 10 days of school left. 10. And I think that's pretty awesome. Okay, today we are going to learn about surface area. And surface area is how much paper does it take to make the 3D shape. And by that, they want to know what the area it is. So we're kind of like counting squares. So got a couple different things here. Papa and Rebecca got out their cornflakes this morning, and they decided they wanted to know how much cardboard it took for them to make that box. Don't ask me why they thought that, but they did. So they had me pull out my tape measure, and they had me measure the box. So that is what I did. I measured the box this morning for them, and now they are ready to do the math. So we found that it was 8 inches by 3 inches by 13 inches. Made my box picture a little bit short, but that's the idea. So in order to find the area or the surface area of the whole box, how much cardboard it is, if you notice, the cornflake box is made up of rectangles. Okay, there's a rectangle on front, and the rectangle on the front is exactly the same size as the rectangle in the back. So if you know, on a prism, it's the top and bottom are the same, and the sides are the same. And so what we have to do here is say, well, the bottom of this would be 8 by 3, and so the area of the bottom would be 24. But if the bottom is 24, so is the top. So I can just go, I have 2 of those. Top and bottom would both be 24. And then plus, now the front and the back, the front is 8 inches this way, and we gotta look over here, it's 13 inches high. So 8 times 13 is 104. And if the front is that big, then that's how big the back is too, so I'd have 2 of those. Plus, the sides are 3 by 13. 3 times 13 is 39, so I'd have 2 of those. So let's do a little bit of math here now. Once we got our numbers in, we do our math. 2 times 24 is 48. 2 times 104 is 208. 2 times 39 is 78. And then our job is to add those all together. So if I do that, I get 240, 310, 24. I get 334 inches. Now we're doing squared. We're not doing volume anymore. We're not talking about how much cereal's in the box. What we're talking about is how much cardboard did it take to make this box. It would take 334 squares that were 1 inch by 1 inch to make that box. So double check me in the math, but I'm pretty sure that is right. Okay, over here what we have is Papa and Rebecca got the salt can out, and they said they wanted to know how that was made, and they cut the label, as you can see right here, and they cut it off, and they saw that what was wrapped around it was actually a rectangle, and then the ends is a circle here and a circle here. So if we look at the surface area for our salt can, I went ahead and I measured that, 3 inches by 6 inches. And so here's what we just talked about when we looked at the salt can. You got a circle plus a circle. Well, a circle is pi r squared, and then the area for the circle is pi r squared plus. Now this one's a little bit different because for a rectangle we usually use base times height. But if you notice, this rectangle right here wraps around, you can see that, kind of hard to see, but it wraps around a circle one time, which is circumference. And so actually the base of the rectangle is the circumference of the circle that it has to wrap around. So this one actually is pi times d, because that's a circumference, so that's this distance, times the height, and that's big H. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. Well, this means I have 2 circles, so 2 times 3.14. The diameter is 3, which means the radius is half of that, and 1.5 times 1.5 is 2.25. All right, and then plus 3.14 times the diameter is 3, and the height is 6. I did a little math ahead of time, and so 2 of these right here, this ends up giving you 14.13, and this one here gives you 56.52. So this is for the 2 circles, and this is for the rectangle that wraps around it. So if we add those together, we end up with 70.65, and then I go to this, it would be inches squared. So that'd be inches squared or centimeters squared or whatever the unit is. So basically, this is the idea. For a prism, you take the top and bottom, front, back, 2 sides, and add them all together. And for a cylinder, you got a circle, and then you have the rectangle, and you bring those together. Okay, so your work today is 3 through 5 and 20 through 21. So I'm only giving you 5 problems to practice this, but please show me your work. Show me how you got your answer, like here and here. Don't just push numbers in a calculator that I don't know what you pushed. All right, and then the same thing here. Show me your steps on what you got. All right, I hope that goes well for you, and have a great Monday. Peppa and Rebecca say they hope you have a great Monday as well. Stay inside, it's cold.